Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Ask Leah. Tonight, I wanted to share with you a really simple but effective communication tip that can be incredibly useful for those conversations that you might be a bit stressed about, that you're worried you might get a bit emotive in, or where you think, geez, there's a bit of a potential for conflict here. And that is, before you go into the conversation, get out of your head and onto paper and dot point it down on a post-it what either your key points are or the important questions you want to ask are. It's really easy in those hard conversations. Maybe you're getting tricky medical news. Maybe the other person is quite a dominant person in the conversation. It's really easy in those high stress situations for our amygdala, that primitive part of our brain, to put us into fight, flight or freeze mode. And when we go there, our brain kind of goes blank and we just go into survival mode, just get through it. And when that happens, we're not thinking of the best things to say or those important questions to ask. Having it written down in front of you ahead of time when you're not in that stressed situation can mean that when you do get overwhelmed, you can look down at that piece of paper and remind yourself of the questions that you need to ask or the points, that really important point that you were not allowed to leave the meeting without making. So there you have it. I use this strategy a lot myself. Don't just rely on your head kicking into gear with its executive function when it's under hijack in a threatened state. If you've got a communication, leadership, self-management, soft skill, people skill, power skill question you would like answered, send it through and I will do my best to answer it for you next week. Cheers.